encapsulation and inheritance. Did you understood? What is the difference between inheritance and encapsulation? What is the difference between inheritance and encapsulation?
Inheritance is
Inherit-
where
Hmm.
what do you mean?
Yeah, tell.
Ma'am, in inheritance, we inherit the properties of a parent class to a child class, and encapsulation, we use to hide the data for the hide data, and we access the those data through the methods.
Okay.
We hide some data in the encapsulation of, using local or protected keywords.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you tried any example? How to hide the data using local and protected? Yesterday we have seen some examples.
Yeah, so ma'am, I just go through the examples which have you have been shared yesterday.
Hmm. Okay. Did you understood conceptual wise?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What about others? Boys?
Yes, ma'am. Understood the concept.
Only concept? Have you not tried any program?
No, ma'am. I have to try. I will try today.
Okay. Fine. What about Sunny and Muralidhar?
Yes, ma'am, I tried.
Okay. Any doubts?
No, ma'am, it's clear.
So Aditi, Roshini, Shweta, clear, right?
Yes, ma'am. I went through the example codes and I have no doubts. I've understood the concept and the
Did I share the recorded session
No, ma'am.
yesterday? No.
No, ma'am.
But how you went the examples?
Through the
Just from
PPT.
PPT.
The
Yeah.
PPT examples.
Okay, good.
And ma'am, in a protocol session, you have shared only the third class theory means session.
In protocol?
Yes, means in my mail I have seen only third UART session protocol
1, 2
session.
sessions are not there, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I will share.
Okay.
Ashwini, did you join today only?
Yes, Prashanti, today.
Okay, fine. So today we are going to discuss on polymorphism. Yesterday we didn't discuss one inheritance example. So I think everyone got clarity on inheritance and encapsulation. Sorry, encapsulation example. So everyone got clarity regarding inheritance and encapsulation, right? Whatever we discussed, I will share those codes also. Today I will update the recorded sessions. Just go through that. And coming to the encapsulation, I already told like we need to hide the data. Okay, mostly properties wise, parent properties can be hide to child. So local means only parent can access the uh, data. Protected means child can access the data, but outside the people. However, we don't give our access to any outside the people, right? It will be with us or with the child. So we can give access to our child only, not others. So others cannot be accessed means outside the class, anyone cannot access. That means within the module we cannot access the data, and local means within the parent class can access. Protected means child class can access the data. That is clear, right? So here is one example regarding the bank account. Okay, see here. Class bank account, local balance. A balance variable is taken here, which is declared with a int 32-bit size, and it is declared with a local. And constructor, you already know what is a constructor, and here writing int initial balance. Okay, so that balance, initial balance, assigning to balance. So no need to write this keyword here because it's a different variable. And get balance method, it will return the balance. You can write the display statement or else return directly. It will return the value, return balance. And deposit. So how much amount we are depositing here? Function void deposit int amount. This amount will be generated from outside the class. So if amount is greater than or equal to 0, balance plus is equal to amount. Balance equal to balance plus amount, right? Whatever the before balance is there, whatever new amount we deposited, it should add with the balance plus amount. So total amount, total whatever the balance amount is the new amount, updated amount, that will be actual balance, right? So it will display deposited amount, new balance, else invalid deposit amount. And coming to withdraw, how can we withdraw the data? Function void withdraw amount. So if amount is greater than 0, if the amount is 0, we cannot withdraw, right? So if amount is greater than 0, and if amount is less than or equal to your balance, whatever the balance data is there, within the balance data only we need to withdraw. If you want to withdraw more amount, we cannot do, right? We will get the transaction error, or just indicate like no sufficient balance. So balance is equal to whatever the amount to withdraw is there, the total balance minus amount withdraw. Whatever the remaining money is there, that will be in the account. So that is what withdraw. Dollar display, if that statement is successful, we will get the remaining balance, else invalid withdraw. So this is what parent class, in parent class we are doing. Okay, now child class. Okay, here we didn't took the child class. For local, no need of child class. Whenever we write the protect, then only child class is needed. So module TB initial begin, for bank account class, we are taking my account is equal to new 5,000. So here 5,000 assigning dollar display, get balance. Okay, deposit 2,000, withdraw 1,000, withdraw 7,000, 3 times. So what will be the output? Attempt to access balance directly. This is not allowed due to encapsulation. Okay, my balance will cause an error. Okay, we'll see what is the error. So see here, initial balance will be 5,000 because initially we are taking new is equal to 5,000. So here initial balance will be assigned with 5,000. That initial balance is assigning to main balance. So 5,000, and then deposit 2,000, where the deposit here, deposit amount 2,000. Next, withdraw amount 2,000. Okay, after deposit amount 2,000, balance plus amount, that means 5,000 plus 2,000, it should be 7,000. So did we get 7,000? Initial balance 5,000, deposited 2,000. Okay, new balance we got 7,000. Okay, correct. Next, withdraw 1,000. Withdraw 1,000. So here withdraw main balance 7,000. 7,000 minus 1,000 will be 6,000. So withdraw 1,000, remaining balance will be 6,000. Okay. And in second option, we are trying to withdraw 7,000, but in our account we have only 6,000. Okay, but here we are trying to withdraw 7,000. So what happens? Invalid withdrawal statement will be printed. Invalid withdrawal, insufficient balance, like this. Okay, so here we got the error. Invalid withdraw, insufficient balance, or negative amount. Okay, so that is a local. Only parent class can access the data. Okay, child class cannot access the data. That means whatever this balance variable we have declared, that is only local. Okay, parent kept that, that is only local. It's a hidden. That means balance cannot be checked anyone. But if you want to withdraw the amount, or if you want to deposit the amount, anyone can deposit to our account, right? Outside the people also can deposit the amount. So whatever the deposit amount is, that is controlled by outside people also. And withdraw option also can be controlled by outside people here. But only balance is controlled by main parent. Okay. Suppose you are trying to access this balance. Okay, so suppose how we can access bank account. My account is created. I'm trying to write my account dot balance is equal to just 1,000, or checking the balance also. Just we are just touching that local variable from outside the scope. Then we'll see what will happen. Whatever you do, just we need to check. See here, cannot access local or protected member my account dot balance from the scope, from outside the scope. Okay, so like this you will be getting the error. Try with the protected keyword also. Yesterday we have seen already local and protected examples, right? So try with the protected example also. So this is what encapsulation, where we can hide the data and also protect the data. Okay, clear, right?
One doubt, Prasanti, here. Like, balance is a local variable, but then we are using it here in the to view balance and the deposit also, then withdraw also, and in the test bench in the module we are using it, but and we using it by this deposit function, withdraw function, and we are not getting error there. So is it okay, like we are using that variable in the functions and then those functions are used in the module?
Within the module, within the class only we are using, right? Within the same class. You're telling this
In
balance you are
the
using here, here, here,
yeah,
and here,
yeah,
right? But within the
yeah.
class only we are changing the value. Okay, same. Suppose I'm taking subclass.
Yeah, there we'll get error.
Okay, but within
I
the
mean
class
to
we
say,
don't get the error.
okay. Yeah, but like you access right now my account dot balance is equals to 1,000 you did in, I mean, just that you did and then we get error. So
Yes, because
like,
only balance is local here.
okay, but that balance when we use in the same class as in functions, then we'll not get error.
No, because we are changing within the class. We are accessing within the class. That's what it means. Child class can only parent class can access, means it can change its data anytime. If it give
Okay.
access to the child, child also can access the data anytime. It can increase the data or reduce the data, because it is giving only access to the child. Then we need to protect, use the protect keyword. Okay.
Okay, like changing and functions using functions will not get error,
No.
but directly if we try to access that, then we'll get error.
Outside the class, then
Outside,
only we
yeah.
will get the error. Because suppose your property is there. Your property, you can change anything, right? Your property in the sense, suppose land is there. For land, what are the major features like just identity, the address and Aadhaar number and any proof, mobile number, like that we will have some data, right? So that data you can access anytime. You can change the data. If you want to change the address, you can change the address. You can change the contact number, like that you can access your own data. Or but if you others cannot access the data, so that address, Aadhaar number, phone number, everything you are writing as a local, only you have the access. If you write as a protect, your child also can access, but outside the people cannot access. We have only two options in a semaphore, sorry, system Verilog. Okay, we don't have public option. Public means no need to write local or protected. Directly anyone can access. But in Java we have public,
Okay.
private.
I have a
Here
doubt
private.
in that only, like,
Mm,
yeah, I mean, directly we are not, uh, if we are using directly, then it is getting error, but if used in the functions and then like that, then we are
mm,
not getting error.
yes, we don't get the error.
Okay,
Okay.
sure. Thank you.
Next, any other doubts, others? Fine. Next example is, next topic is abstract class. So what is mean by abstract? Have you gone through the conceptual wise? Okay, abstract class is nothing but we will declare as a virtual keyword. Okay, virtual class can be called as a abstract class. Okay, so abstract class we can only instantiate, but we cannot create it, only derived. Instantiation means we can just declare a object, but we cannot create the object. Okay, so what is the use of that? Only abstract classes cannot be only derived, cannot be instantiated. Suppose class, abstract class, class ABC. Class ABC is the parent class. Okay, we can derive. That means we can write the subclass. Subclass is nothing but derived class, right? But we cannot instantiate. Instantiate means what? Creating the object. We cannot create the object for the abstract class, but we can create the child class. So what is the use of that? Instantiating virtual class. Suppose if I write the example, class parent. In this, we are considering some data. In class and module. Initial begin parent. For parent, I am creating the object, nothing but instantiation. P is equal to new. end module. Okay. So this is normal one, normal class. If we do run, we don't get any error. Run and check. So here we didn't got any error. Okay. But same class I am keeping here as a virtual class parent. So now we will get the error. See here, cannot instantiate abstract class, nothing but virtual class. Okay. So what is the use of that? So without taking the instantiation, how can we create the virtual class? Virtual class is nothing but overriding the data. If we want to override the data, we need to use the virtual keyword. Suppose address is there. You want to pass the value to the address, but you can override through child class, not directly parent class. Okay. So in that case, we can use the virtual keyword. Suppose same class I am taking as a derived, same parent class. Just write a derived class, nothing but subclass. Extends parents. What we can write like function, display statement. Here, directly display statement I am writing because child class is nothing but it can access the parent class properties, but parent class cannot access the child class properties, right? So here I am writing the data value. And function. Function and function and class. Okay. So what will be the output now? Here we cannot create the object for parent because virtual class cannot be instantiated. So you need to create the object for derived class. Through the derived class, you need to access the parent class. So child class C is equal to new. And now we are passing the address variable to C through C dot data value. And also call the display statement. Directly using C also you can call the display statement. Okay, so now see what will be the output. Value of data is equal to 4. Why 4? Okay, 20 I have written, but it's a 3-bit size. Okay, I'm considering it, say 5-bit size. 4. Now we got the value of data is equal to 20. Okay. But suppose if I don't write the virtual here, is it possible to access directly from the child here? Through the child class, we declared C and C dot data is equal to 20, C dot display equal to 20. Is it possible? Because child class can access the parent class properties, right? Then what will be the output? Hmm?
But we need to instantiate then, right? Otherwise, it will give error.
Okay. We don't get any error, huh?
We may get if we don't instantiate. We are not getting.
See, we don't get any error because child class can access the parent class property. Whatever the data is there through child also we can access the data. But what is the use of virtual here?
If we put this display statement in the parent class, I mean, I'm just trying to give a scenario. Like if we put this display statement in the parent class and then try to access, then it will give error, right?
This display, no? Okay.
In the parent class. And in child class, maybe some constructor or something. Still okay. But we are not instantiating that thing in, like we are not instantiating parent class.
I'm considering data and data one here. Virtual for child class and creating the parent here. Data one. So here actually parent class cannot access child class property. But if we kept virtual, what will be the output? We'll see. I'm just trying. Member data one not found in P. Okay. Display also not found in P. Okay, fine. Child class data will not be accessed by parent. So that's why we are getting the error. Suppose see. Okay, anyway, here we will get the output. Cannot instantiate abstract class. Okay, fine. So here child class is declared as a virtual. So we created the object here. So that is also wrong. So we cannot instantiate here by using virtual. Tell us what is the difference you will find. Suppose if we keep
Like if we want to update the parent class function display statement, we can do it in child class. We can override the data.
we can override the data. Okay, suppose okay, same function. Mute your everyone. Function void display. Suppose here I'm just displaying a statement like parent class or inside parent class. And in the child class, we are considering another display statement without using the data. Just a display statement like inside child class and function. So here override the data. Suppose I'm removing the virtual here. Okay. And creating the child class C and parent P and trying to assign. You told that override, right? Overriding means what? Nothing but suppose if I create virtual, C and then trying to access P to C. C assigning to P, nothing but we are overriding the data here and just print the display statement P dot display. So what function will be called now? Whether inside parent class or inside child class?
Inside child class.
At plus
Why?
we are assigning that instance child instance to parent instance.
Okay, will it be assigned in this case? Hmm? Parent class is overriding with the child class data. Here the child class data we are putting into the parent class. Actually, parent class cannot access the child class. Okay, child class can access the parent class directly. But here parent class cannot access the child class even if you assign. So what will be the output?
Error then.
Then how can we debug the error? Inside parent class is getting. That means child class is not assigned. That means whatever the C we kept, that is not assigning to P. That means overriding is not possible here. Directly P dot display value is getting. Inside parent class is getting. But these child class properties are not assigning to parent class. So what can we do?
Without virtual keyword, is it possible?
We didn't use the virtual keyword. If we use virtual keyword, then will it work? Where we need to use virtual class or virtual function.
Virtual function.
Okay, then what will be the output?
If we use virtual function, it will be child class.
Inside child class. Okay. So where we need to use the virtual?
In parent.
Okay. So parent near function, I'm using virtual. So run. Inside child class is printing up. Okay. So that is what virtual class or virtual function. Virtual class is nothing but it cannot be instantiated, but we whatever it can be inherited by other classes. So that's why we use virtual keyword, also called as what is that name? Concrete class. Virtual class also called as concrete class, but by using virtual function, we can override the data. But what is the difference between virtual and pure virtual? What is the difference between virtual and pure virtual? Same example. Suppose I'm writing as a pure. I will just explain, but try from your side. If you don't get, then I will explain. Suppose I'm writing here as a pure virtual. What is the cannot declare pure virtual in non-abstract class? Okay. Whenever we declare as a pure virtual, main class also must be virtual. Within a virtual class only, we can declare the pure virtual. Syntax error, 8th line. Okay. Virtual function. We can pass either inputs or outputs because that is what the difference you need to observe. Virtual means it provide by default the behavior it will be there. Okay, but pure virtual means it just acts as a placeholder. We need to derive, we need to implement the class. Okay, and also for pure virtual, whatever the virtual classes we declare, it doesn't have any body. That is also fine. Okay, but it must be implemented in the derived class. Whatever the pure we have written here, it must be declared in the derived class. So how can we write that? Suppose here virtual function we already written before. Class a virtual function, we got the output. Whenever we write the pure virtual class must be there, and here we need to write the pure virtual display same. Okay, whatever this display is there, just remove, no need to write. Okay, we need to execute the display in the child class. How can we do that? That's what I'm asking. So whatever this function void display is there, we are writing the same display here and writing inside the child class. Okay. Now, whenever you create the base class, because we cannot create the child object for the virtual. Okay, you need to create for child only. Through the child only, you need to access. Okay. So whenever we create P, just remove P, child class C equal to new. And C dot display. So what will be the output now? Or else, okay, wait, we can create with a P also. P is equal to new and P dot display. Okay, now what will be the output? Is it correct? I have derived P virtual class because display statement calling from here. So we got the error cannot instantiate abstract class. So how can we create? Parent P, initial begin parent P is equal to new. For P, we can also create like this child class, right? Then P dot display. So in this case, what will be the output? Child class is not functions identifier. Function void display. We should begin parent P. P is equal to new child class. In media playground, most of the codes are not. Okay. So if I take using child class, anyway it will work. Inside child class with pure virtual. Dollar display, okay. Another example, okay. By configure also we can use. Okay, fine. So another example here, before example understood, right? How to use pure virtual. Pure virtual, we need to write within the parent class. We just need to write a function only, but its definition, whatever the program main statements are there, we need to implement in a child class. Okay, suppose if you see the example here, same abstract class and pure virtual. Virtual class, a protocol related to the protocol, main common protocol. Suppose if you are implementing 3 different protocols, you are SPI, I2C, the common functionality will be there, right? So virtual class communication protocol, and by using the pure virtual, we are just taking configure method and virtual function void reset, and here writing the display statement like resetting the protocol and function. For yacht, we will have different configuration. So configure main implementation. We are calling this pure virtual function configure and writing main functionality here within the child class. And here also same virtual function. Here it will be overriding the data. And class SPI, for SPI also same, considering the configure data. And here protocol parent class protocol is equal to new UART p dot configure p dot reset, and here also calling like this. Okay, just try this example. I will share. Just work on this and try to get what is the difference between virtual and pure virtual. And virtual class, nothing but abstract class. Clear, everyone? Any doubts still here? Abstract class, deriving the abstract class, virtual function, virtual task. And without the virtual keyword, it is not possible to override the data. So this example also we have seen. By using virtual, we can override the data, and with virtual keyword. Okay. So clear, everyone, what is mean by abstract class and what is the use of virtual? Nothing but we can override the data. That's why in UVM, most of the functions and tasks we write as a virtual. Okay. Not clear. No problem. You need to practice. In first session, you won't understand. These all are somewhat confusion topics, abstract and polymorphism. So just to work on the examples. Next, polymorphism concept. So what is mean by polymorphism? What is mean by polymorphism?
Polymorphism means one to many.
One to many. Okay. So how can we, okay, one to many. Parent class data here, class A is there. From class A, we are deriving three different classes, class B1, class B2, and class B3. Okay, from one to many, that means parent class property, whatever the properties are there, we can access by class B1, B2, B3. So how can we do that? How can we access parent class data to child class? So what's the polymorphism concept here? Okay, see. So first of all, we need to write the base class. Okay. Whatever the base class properties are there, suppose how we can tell in real time example. There are different types of protocols. Okay. So protocol in UVM, there will be a driver, suppose SOC. In any block, YOT or I2C or APB, AHB, AXI, whatever you have created, for every block we need to create the UVC directly, the component. No need to create the design. If you don't have the design, mostly we will not have the designs, we need to create the UVC. UVC means universal verification components. Okay, for AXI, AHB and APB, whatever, we are creating 4 different UVC. Okay. And the definitions of all these protocols will be in a common file, one common file. Okay. So this is what driver, suppose if you consider as a driver logic, there will be a common driver logic for all the protocols. Okay. So whenever you want to access the data, you no need to create again separately for AXI, APB, AHB, three differently. We no need to create. Directly we can access all the data from main protocol driver to here. Okay. So in same polymorphism concept can be used here also. We can access from one data to multiple number of data. We can create multiple number of classes, subclasses. Okay. But overwrite the data. We need to overwrite the data. So how can we do that? We need to understand. Is it clear, this example, everyone?
Can you explain it again?
Suppose in SOC level, if you consider, we have different types of protocols. Okay. UART, I2C, APB, AHP, AXA, or even PCIe, or any RAM module or DDR. Okay, for all the, if you want to do the verification, we need to connect top level test bench, all the protocols. Suppose here we are creating the UBC. Anyway, we will buy the all these IPs from the IP vendors. Directly we will connect to the UBC and do the verification, right? So here we are generating UVC, the verification component. Why we are creating in the sense, every time we don't have the designs. Okay, RTL design will be not available. We will have, we will buy from the vendors, and we will connect to the SOC. That's what we do, and we'll take the multiple copies of same IP. Okay, so here you are creating a universal verification component directly, UVC. UVC in the sense what, here we will have one test bench architecture, driver, monitor, generator, scoreboard, and here also we will have the driver, monitor, generator, scoreboard, and here also in UVC means we will have the sequencer. Suppose here driver is a top level, just a basic driver from protocol. Okay, so if you want to use this data, driver data to here, one, driver 2, driver here, second driver, and this driver 2, driver 3. Like that you are taking 1 to different copies. Okay, same driver logic. We are rewriting the data. Almost, suppose here in the protocol, we have the clock signal. We already generated the clock here, already generated the reset signal, already generated the some acknowledgement or not acknowledgement signals just to check the errors. And already we generated some write data, read data. Okay, so some 50% of data is available in the main protocol. Okay, so again, we no need to generate that 50% in the this driver, right? We can access this data, and remaining 50% whatever there we can write according to the AXI, because AXI have some different features, extra features. AHB have extra features and APB have some extra features. So according to that we can develop with extra features that 50%. 50% we can utilize from here, because this child, these are nothing but childs. This child class can access the parent class properties, right? So it can be derived. So here also this 50% data, plus we need to design other 50% verification. And here also in third driver also we can take the 50% of data from here, and here 50% of data. Okay, so that is what the polymorphism concept. Finally, what we need to do, whenever we are connecting this whole data, we need to do override. That means both data should be connected at one pace, right? So for that purpose, we need to assign the child class properties to the parent class properties. There we use the virtual keyword, because without using the virtual keyword, we cannot assign the data. Before we seen that example, right? Whenever we use virtual function, then only we can able to assign the child class properties to the parent class property, because parent class cannot access the child class property. That's why. Okay, so now understood?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So how can we create here class, base class, virtual function? Every function need to create as a virtual, then only we can override the data. Okay, and here class, base class 1, which is extending from base class, extend class 1 extending from base class, extend class 2 which is extending from base class, not from extend class 1, and extend class 3 which is extending from base class. That means like this, same whatever I have drawn, this is base class, and extended 1 class, extended 2 class, extended 3 class, from 1 to 3 base, extended 1, extended 2, extended 3. Like this 3 classes were created. Now what we need to do? We need to, suppose here we have 50% functionality, and here we have 50% functionality. Okay, we need to combine both and we need to run. So after run, we need to get the both data. Okay, but this parent cannot access the child data, right? Even child have some data. This parent also need to access the child data. Are you understanding? Suppose here we have 50% of test cases and here we have 50% of test cases. Okay, so in child we will have the 100% because the child can access this parent, and within child also we have 50%, it can access 100%. But this parent doesn't access the child data. It have only 50% data, but it doesn't have the child data, that 50%. So and here also same, it will, this child have 100% data, but here parent have only 50. But here it is also same, 100% data in child it will be available, but in parent only 50% data is available. Okay, but it should have all information and it also must have all the information. Both are connecting together, right? So that's why what we need to do here, this child class data we are sending to the parent class. Okay, sending in the sense just copying to the parent class. But as per the rule, the parent, we cannot send the parent class data to child class data to parent cannot access, right? So for that purpose what we are doing, we are creating as a virtual, this parent we are creating as a virtual. Now child class data can be put into the parent class. 100% data we can access from the parent class. That's what we will get the output. Did you understood everyone? No? Now you may get the doubt. Anyway, we have the data in child class, right? 100% data available in the child class. Then what is the use of putting again, overriding the data to the parent? Why don't we access directly from the child? We can access directly from here, and here also we can access directly, right? Why we are overriding the data here? You may get the doubt, right? Then what is your answer for that? Hmm? What is your answer? Tomorrow we have a session, right? Are you there? Okay, work on this example and just check and come for tomorrow session. We will discuss. If you don't answer, I can't do anything. Try to understand the polymorphism concept clearly and also abstract class. Okay. Then we will discuss tomorrow. Okay. Join at same time. And tomorrow morning protocol session, don't miss at 11 o'clock. Any other doubts?
We'll practice the virtual and polymorphism. It's bit confusing actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just theory wise, just understand. Tomorrow we will discuss polymorphism and virtual. Just within a half an hour. Virtual already completed. Just polymorphism, simple topic. Whatever we did now, same. Whatever we assigned child class properties to the base class. Here we will assign C1 data to B, and here C2 data to B base class, and C3 data to B. That's what polymorphism concept, just overriding. Okay, so if you see here the program, extending class. So extending class 1 is assigning to base class, extending class 2 assigning to base class 1, extending class assigning to base class 2. But why we are doing that? That's what my question. Get the answer. And tomorrow there are few topics, small topics are there, static and casting, parameterized class and scope resolution operator. We will complete those. So by tomorrow session, we are going to complete OOPS concept, and next week we will start with the randomization. Okay.
Ma'am, can you explain the program and module difference also?
Program and we will discuss tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you.
Both you will get the same value, but that will be
Yeah.
differed when we use non-blocking and blocking. You need to check with the blocking and non-blocking. We will discuss tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. Any other doubts? Ashwini, do you have any doubts?
Nothing for now.
Okay. Okay, then join for tomorrow morning session, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.